Hi and welcome to this short video which I'm going to title Gold is not a hedge or protection against inflation. The reason why I'm making this video, I'm very much involved in the gold market, invest in gold, buy and sell gold, and we actually develop apps for the gold market, professionals, investors and so forth, that you can find both in Google Play and in the iTunes store. Now, I just see a lot of media out there, a lot of gold commentators pushing gold because number one, we're heading towards imminent high inflation, and number two, that gold is going to protect people from that high inflation. And then as a result, I see a lot of people I know, people I work with, colleagues, so on and so forth, go out and buy gold on that basis, thinking that it's going to protect you against inflation. This has been happening for the last couple of years. And now, as we've seen gold perhaps go down from where it was at 1900 to where it is now around 1300, gone down because there is not much inflation around. Okay, so let's look at this whole idea that gold is somehow a protection against inflation. Gold is not a protection against inflation. There is absolutely no correlation between, if you look over the past 100, 150 years, times when you've had high inflation and the price of gold, right? It's not like you've had high inflation and gold has gone up. If you look, and equally, in times where gold has gone up dramatically, it's not been matched by an equal rise in inflation. The two are not linked really in any way. And in the same way, people talk about, well, gold is protecting against deflation because in times of deflation, money becomes worth more, and gold is real money, therefore gold becomes worth more. Okay, that's equally not true. If you just go back over the last 150 years and see when we've had deflation, when we have inflation, there have been lots of times where the gold price has not reciprocated in the way that people talk about. Okay, now what gold is number one, gold is insurance. It's not really an investment, and it's an insurance against systemic failure, government and financial systemic failure. Right now, it's basically when people get scared about the system collapsing, about governments becoming tyrannical, so on and so forth, people invest in gold, or they see the financial system collapsing, people invest in gold. They have less faith in that system, so they turn to something that has always been some kind of protection, some kind of safe haven, which is gold. Okay, so the thing about inflation and deflation, high inflation and deflation, they are also consequences of systemic failure sometimes, right? So this is why sometimes you can see a correlation between gold price going up and there being high inflation, because at the same, what's underneath that is a systemic issue, like systemic failure that's going on, that's creating both, and that's why there is sometimes high inflation and a high gold price, but there is no direct correlation that way. I'm saying this so people, they don't just jump on the bandwagon and believe all the hype that all the gold commentators throw at them, that there's going to be imminent high inflation, blah, 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 and you need gold to protect yourself. If you do enter a time of high inflation, of hyperinflation, where everything goes up, right? So it's not just gold, you might as well own, I don't know, garden tools as well, because their value is going to go up as well. Alright, so that's everything for this video. I hope that's helpful, and I look forward to hearing your comments.